Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Biz starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little. What's your run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. Gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a. I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. I just pull up to the crib and then I. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Willis going to look to throw first play. That went up and underneath to his running back, complete. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, here we go, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The Niners at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Willis to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Ready, set. Ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Trap 50, trap 50.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, You're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here we go. Start. 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, here's Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer.
What's the motion?
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Come on, come on. Pep Warrior 70, Dragon 60, Panther 11, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Willis looks to pass it here. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I've loved watching this unit on tape, because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Harper. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, covered to an okay game.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Harper. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Willis looking to throw it. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it. Go.
With a quick throw completed by Willis. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw, Willis. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right, he had it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Niners post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver, got forced out to his right, had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back, unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
He's got this complete to Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for a Las Vegas touchdown.
Back to throw now on first down. Short throw caught by Bowers. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Carter. Blitz coming, and down he goes. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 3rd down, here's Genty. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Buffalo 80. 19 tight. 19. Go.
Willis looking to throw it. Got him there outside. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Touchdown, 49ers! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Off play action. Harper completes this one to Thornton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Willis.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
To throw, here's Willis.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Perry. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Cougar 19. 65 catch. 60. Hey. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Back to throw, Willis. This is caught inside the 15. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
60 Vikings, 60 Warriors, 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Last play of the half, Willis. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. Now it's up. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Malik Willis as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harper. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup on the 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss So Fuller that time on the sack, and it brings up second. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
33 yards that time. Looking to throw. Harper. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Leasine.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Across midfield. He's on his way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Here's Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ready? Dragon 6, Hawk 7, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Willis. A throw that side for Pearson is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Cut 19. Stephanie. 68, Cougar 19. Draft 6, Hawk 7, 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. 19 type.
Now Willis to throw. That is caught by the tag-in Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Once again, it's Genty. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. There's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Back to throw. Harper.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Rig alert, Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Now Willis to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Brings up third down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
19 Titans. 19. 18 Rattler. 18. 19 Lion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even in...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Brock Bowers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Ready.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Hey, Smash, go street. Trap 60, trap 60.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They felt they've got not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Niners' 5-yard line.
Off the option, that's complete.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Harper. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Jonte Thornton there to make the grab. And the Raiders take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just blinked.
He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Raiders 17. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Harper. That is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Harper. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Let's go now.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving them up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think...
And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Willis. Well, he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll try and set up the screen to Ginty. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's got his running back out of the backfield. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And now Smith going to change the play.
13 yards.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check 58.
Smith throwing again. That's going to be caught. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Another Las Vegas first down. First and goal Raiders.
One last throw here for Smith. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end. And really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this way.
They certainly were. And how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for San Francisco, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week.